Alright, so a lot of people are wondering if the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl again this year. I believe that this upcoming season, they're going to win it again. And if they don't win it, they're at least going to go to it again. Because in my opinion, I think the Patriots have the best team in the NFL because they got Stephon Gilmore. They got Brandon Cooks. These are from free agency. They might get Adrian Peterson or Marshawn Lynch or LeGarrette Blount. So, I think the Patriots is going to go back to the Super Bowl this year. And I think they might, actually, most likely they're going to win it unless something happens to Brady. Unless he falls off that cliff that Max Kellerman had been saying. But I don't believe that's going to happen anytime soon. But, yeah, let's see what First Take got to say about it. And, yeah, let's check it out. Should be interesting.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Gentlemen, it's a team that's very familiar with the playoffs. The rich keep getting richer. Football Outsiders on ESPN.com project the Super Bowl champion Patriots to have the easiest schedule. How about them apples in 2017 with the AFC East and finished 13-3. A lot of their projection is based on the Pats' AFC East competition being weak. Stephen A., how much has playing in the AFC East helped Tom Brady's career to this point?
Well, listen, it's a cakewalk through the division. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. The Bills haven't been to the playoffs in the new millennial. The New York Jets are inept, as we all know. Yeah. And the Miami Dolphins struggle towards relevancy because they don't live too far from South Beach, and too many of their players are probably distracted with the Florida sunshine. The fact of the matter is this. It's been a relative cakewalk, but we can't sit up there and just say it's about being in the AFC. It's about playing with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick has a lot to do with the success of Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady has a lot to do with it as well because he has the talent and he exercises the commitment. That can't be ignored, and he deserves credit for it. But in the same breath that we say that, we must acknowledge at the same time that having a coach that commands the respect that Bill Belichick commands and has made sure that the requisite parts surrounding his franchise quarterback are up to snuff. Bill Belichick can't be ignored for making sure that the environment is of such that the Patriots can win as well. I don't think it's about being in the AFC. I think it's about playing for Bill Belichick and playing for an owner like the great Robert Kraft. I think that has a lot to do with the success of the New England Patriots.
Sure, if you had to list the reasons, number one is Bill Belichick, and then Tom Brady, and then a whole bunch of other stuff, including ownership. The AFC East is weak, no doubt about it. However, it may not be as weak as it appears because all those teams in the division have to play the Patriots twice a year, and they're always the best team in the NFL. I mean, forget about just the AFC. You look at what the Patriots do against the AFC North, South, West, and then the NFC in the Super Bowl. They have a lot of success against everyone, and they can make all, especially when you're talking about a 16-game season. If 6 of those games are occurring within your division and you are the best, your division will look weaker than it actually is. I'm not saying they don't benefit from a weak division. I agree it is weak independent of the Patriots' presence. But maybe not as weak as it seems because of the Patriots' presence.
Okay, I got that part, but I think you're giving too much credit to the other teams within the division because outside of the division, remember, they only play the Patriots twice a year. Yeah. How does it explain how they can't get more than 8 or 9 wins a season? The Jets were an aberration. They had 10 wins the season before last. Still didn't make the playoffs, but they had 10 wins. But for the most part, if you look throughout the history of the rest of the AFC East, these guys can't win. They struggle to win 9 games. You only play New England twice.
Yes, but those 2 losses mean 11 wins instead of 9, and then New England's not in your division, and you're going to playoffs.
I said they struggle to get to 9 wins, which means most of the time they don't even get there. Yeah. So my point to you is that they're losing the teams in the AFC South. They're losing the teams in the AFC West and the North. They're losing the teams within the NFC. The AFC East pretty much has been a huge disappointment throughout years because there is something called a wild card. It was a miracle to see Miami get it this year. It's usually not coming out of the AFC East. It's because that division in and of itself has been a disappointment.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, not as bad as I think it would seem without the Patriots, but yes, Belichick 1, Tom Brady 2, soft ownership 3, soft division 4. The Patriots have a ton of things going for them, including the fact that it seems like every player in the NFL wants to play for them nowadays, and they're the odds-on favorite to repeat.
Well, listen, here's the deal, Max. Here's why you can't make this argument. You can't even try to make this argument because you never hesitate to remind everybody that you're a Giants fan. Basically what you're doing is highlighting, look, damn it, don't think I'm a Jets fan. Don't make that mistake. Oh, no, that's not me. Don't associate me with gangrene. That's usually what you're saying because you want to make sure people don't know that. You want no association with the New York Jets whatsoever.
Very good point, Stephen.
By the way, maybe New England benefits.
Buffalo.
Maybe New England benefits from the fact that the Giants aren't in their division, especially when there's something on the line, because we all know what happens then.
And then you got Buffalo, who literally went out and hired Rex Ryan because not only were they inept, we damn near forgot they had an NFL team half the time. So they needed to hire a coach that would steal headlines to remind everybody there's a team up in Western New York. And then you got the Miami Dolphins. They made news for the wrong reasons because they gave Ryan Tannehill a $95 million contract, even though they were relatively inept. You actually think about the name Dan Lebertard when it comes to Miami more than you think about the Miami Dolphins. That's how bad they were. And so you take that into consideration. Again, what we're looking at and we're pointing to is just an inept division that the Patriots happen to reside in, and that's been to their benefit.
There are a lot of teams, not enough quarterbacks to go around, and apparently none of the quarterbacks other than Tom Brady ever wind up in the AFC East, and that is obviously in a passing league a big advantage to the New England Patriots.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt them. Well, speaking of repeating, earlier in the show we asked you guys on Twitter, will the Cavs still repeat with all the rest? And 57% saying no dice, 43% of course. Stephen A., how do you feel about that?
Well, listen, I wouldn't say no chance. I think they're wrong. They have a chance. It's just that they're not going to be the favorites against the Golden State Warriors. But understand, you put the best player in the world in LeBron James in a best-of-7 game series. Better than 57% should be saying that he has a chance. I can tell you that much. To sit there and say, if it was a definitive question, will they win or lose? Fine. But to sit up there and say he has no chance, how can you say that about LeBron James in an NBA Finals? One series away from a championship. You can't insult that man to that degree. Well, yes, he has a chance.
If your choice is no chance or of course, you should go with of course. The whole idea is neither one of those is a great answer, but which one is the less bad answer is of course. If you look at the career of LeBron James, I think we can eliminate no chance after last season, coming back on a 73-win team down 3-1, Game 7 on the road, and that 73-win team...
Alright, so they're getting off subject, but yeah, I think that Tom Brady and the Patriots will be able to, they'll be able to repeat, especially if they got the easiest schedule in the league, if they get home field advantage. I don't see a team in the AFC that can go into Foxborough and beat them unless the Raiders want to step up or the Texans are going to step up, but we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video, if you like this, subscribe, and yeah guys, peace.